We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
Visit Miccosukee Casino and Resort, where fortune meets fun. With over 1,800 slot machines, high-stakes bingo, 24/7 poker, and exciting high-limit slots, there's something for everyone to enjoy. From luxurious accommodations and exquisite dining at La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Temp Lounge, we thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort online at miccosukee.com.
Thanks for listening to Miami Marlins Baseball. Marlins Baseball is brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins, and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. With the 10th Inning Show, here's the voice of the Marlins, Jack McMullen.
Well, we have the Mia plush doll in hand right now. She won the rooster race on her plush doll giveaway day. It's like homering on your bobblehead day. But unfortunately, the Marlins fall. They had won the series against Kansas City already, but they cannot sweep the visiting Royals 7-4. The final score on Sunday afternoon. Jack McMullen, Jeff Nelson here on Fox Sports 940 and streaming on YouTube and X is a new thing after the All-Star break. So thank you guys for joining us. But Nelly, the bottom of the ninth was totally emblematic of what we were talking about all game with Marlins baseball. It seems like they are resilient. Maybe it's an ignorance is bliss thing, but they're trailing 7-0 going into the ninth, and yet they make it interesting. They got the tying run to the plate. It's kind of what the Fish have done all year, huh?
Yeah, they're not a team that really strikes out a lot, at least of late. You look over the last couple months, you don't see a lot of swing and miss. They make contact. When you make mistakes, whether it's in the field or pitches, they're hurting you, and that's what you love to see. And again, I'll keep saying that they play 27 outs. Yeah. You don't see that very often from teams, and fans may say, well, why not? Everybody should play 27 outs. Well, some teams don't. I mean, veteran teams don't. You have a good young team. You have a young team that could have shut it down. They didn't. They saw opportunity, and they made the best of it. They scored 4 runs. They're bringing, or the on-deck guy was the tying run. They could have even had a rally going. You had the right part of the lineup. You love the effort. That's all you have to do. And because they've been playing winning baseball, it's easy to just say, hey, we lost this one. We did win the series. That's the objective. Sweeping teams is very tough. And you have a lot of confidence going into tomorrow night's game against a really, really good offensive team in the Padres.
They've got a good young pitcher. Kansas City had a good young pitcher in the All-Star lefty, Chris Bubich. 5 scoreless. What did he do well today?
He's a guy that stays away from the barrels. He has a couple different sliders, sweepers, whatever you want to call it. He's not overpowering with the fastball. He challenges you. He's not afraid to throw that pitch. Good changeup. He'll change the eye level. The four-seamer was up top, and sometimes when you're throwing that changeup down, and all of a sudden you're elevating the fastball, even though it's at 90 to 91 miles an hour, it comes in harder. Because then all of a sudden it looks real good to the hitters, and they're not going to catch up to it because you're throwing a lot of off speed down in the zone. Yeah. The other side, Jansen Junk, he's human. He pitched very well his last, more than very well. It's an understatement. His last 3 starts, good first 3 innings, and then the 4th and the 5th, a lot of pitches out over middle of the plate that you have an aggressive hitting team, and the Royals are going to take advantage of.
Junk was so good, and then he ran into that start in San Francisco. He struggled. Yeah. He bounced back. His next 3 after that San Francisco start, it was 19 innings of a 1-run ball or 2-run ball, and then Junk today, 5 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which were earned. So you have confidence that guy can bounce back next time out, but unfortunately he just didn't have it today, and he was over the heart of the plate. Jeff Nelson, thank you. We'll talk to you for the Padres
good series tomorrow.
All right, when we come back, I'll listen to the highlights here. 10th Inning Show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network. ADT is the official smart security partner of the Miami. 2-1. That one lifted out to left center field. Hill and Myers converging. Derek Hill calling for it. D. Hill's got it. And that is how this ball game ends. Horsepower on the hill. Edward Cabrera for 7 scoreless. Bender with a 1-2-3 8th. And Ronnie Enriquez does the same in the 9th. And for the first time since 2008, you're fighting fish. have won 8 in a row.
Early. So they reacted and said, all right, let's go, breaking balls away.
First pitch, Stowers rips that one up the gut and through that hit the umpire Emil Jimenez. Jesus Sanchez around second, he comes in to score, but Jimenez is saying, hold on. Whoa. Hold on. That hit him on the leg, and that will in all likelihood.
The bench, and they're like, no, we see you as a future starter.
1-1. That one rolled over to short. Could be 2. Lee on to second for 1. On to first. Not in time. The fielder's choice. And that brings in the first run. Xavier Edwards scores from third base. It is an RBI for Otto Lopez. He's right back on that RBI groove. A 6-4 fielder's choice. It's 1-0 Marlins in the bottom of the first.
Right up there. Oh, goodness.
1-2. Otto on the move again, and Augustine smacks the ball out to left center. No doubt about it. Lucky number 13 for Augustine Ramirez. An ambush. 425 feet on the homer, and it's 3-0 Fish right away. This roster, it's the youngest roster in Major League Baseball. A 1 pitch. Sanchez rips that one off the mound. That pinballs into center field.
Meyer, and you're listening to the 10th Inning Show on the Marlins Radio Network.
10th Inning Show rolls on here on the Marlins Radio Network. Unfortunately, the Marlins fall to the visiting Kansas City Royals on Sunday afternoon, 7-4. Despite heck of a comeback effort in the bottom of the 9th inning, they played it 4. They got the tying run to the plate, but unfortunately, it was not enough. And Carlos Estevez got his 26th save, which extends his American League lead. Let's run you through the highlights here of today's ball game, and we've got nothing to play for you until the top of the 4th inning. So leadoff pop out, but then Bobby Witt Jr. doubled against Jansen Junk. Vinny Pasquantino singled to push him to third base, and then Michael Garcia with a productive out to open scoring. First pitch to Salvador Perez. That one hit well. Out to left center field and deep. Stowers is back, and that one gets stuck in the LED screen. Stowers went to try and pick it up, but now he throws both hands up. It got stuck in the padding. But that was actually the ground rule double from Salvador Perez, but Garcia with the sacrifice fly made it 1-0 Kansas City. And then later in that inning, Jack Caglione played it 2 with a double. And the padded bottom, but now Caglione smacks one into left center field. That'll get in, and that one rolls to that LED signage in left center field. That'll plate a pair. Pasquantino comes in. Perez comes in from second, and Jack Caglione, the former Florida Gator, has a 2-run double, 3-0 Royals in the top of the 4th. Leone has really struggled to begin his major league career after being one of the best players in all of minor league baseball through the front 2 months this season. But Caglione starting to find his form a little bit. That could be big for the Royals. Thankfully, the Marlins are done with Kansas City. We move to the top of the 5th inning and another 2-run double, this time from another former Florida Gator, Jonathan India. 0-1. India slashes one into right center field again, and that one splits the gap and heads all the way to the wall. Runner Fermin scores from third. Isbell zooming around. He scores from first. And Jonathan India has a 2-run double. Still nobody out in the top of the 5th. It's 5-0 Kansas City. And next, a productive out from Vinny Pasquantino. 0-1. That one whistled out to left field. That's falling quickly on Stowers. He does get there to make the catch. India going to try it. Throw coming home is off the third base line. Now Bobby Witt tags from first, and a head first dive takes him into second. That is a sacrifice fly. Really heads up base running from Witt and aggressive base running from India. Witt to second, India into score from third. It's 6-0 Kansas City on the sac fly from Pasquantino. But Jansen Junk did strand Bobby Witt at second base. He did not come in. So 3 in the 4th and 3 in the 5th. That accounts for 6 of Kansas City's 7. Where did their 7th come from? Well, it was Salvador Perez to open the 8th. First pitch to Salvador Perez is cranked out to left and deep. Stowers is back. He's looking up, and that line shot screamer hits off the top of the wall and is out of here. That was smoked. 109 off the bat, and it's Salvi's 15th home run on the year and his second in as many games. First pitch of the 8th is a solo homer to make it 7-0 Royals in the top of the 8th. So 7-0 Kansas City going into the bottom of the 9th inning. Then Andrew Hoffman came in. He got a ground out from Kyle Stowers. Then Heriberto Hernandez walked. Dane Myers bounced out of the pitcher's mound, and you're thinking, okay, Marlins are going to go down here. They're 1 man on, 2 men gone at the bottom of the 9th. You're trailing 7-0. But no, Jesus Sanchez walked. Javier Sanoja reached on a fielding error from Jonathan India. The bases were loaded with 2 men out. Xavier Edwards made this thing start to get interesting. 1-1. That one hits softly out to left center field. That might find a triangle. Isbell out. He dives, and he smothered it. It hit the deck. 2 runs are coming in to score. Sanoja goes first to third, and Xavier Edwards found the perfect spot in shallow left center. It's a 2-run single. More work to do, but you got to start somewhere. 7-2 Royals in the bottom of the 9th. So X made it start to get interesting. Augustin Ramirez made it really interesting. 0-1 to him. That one hit well out to left center field. That gets in. That's going to roll all the way to the wall, and it'll play 2 more. Augustine cruising into second. Sanoja in from third. X scoots around from first. It's a 2-run double, and the comeback is on. 7-4 in the bottom of the 9th. But unfortunately, after an Otto Lopez single, Liam Hicks flared one down the left field line, and Adam Frazier covered enough ground to end it. 0-1. Liam swinging away. He lashes one out to left down the line. Long run for Frazier. He is there. He makes the catch. A step into foul ground, and the inning and game are over. Marlins with a heck of a comeback effort. Resilient look for the Fish. They played 4 in the bottom of the 9th. They got the tying run to the plate, trailing 7-0 going into the frame, but ultimately they fall. They do win the weekend set, but they can't lock up the sweep against the Royals. 7-4, the final score on Sunday afternoon. That's how this ball game sounded. When we come back, we'll hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough. 10th inning show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Visit Miccosukee
Opportunity
Casino
for D. Hill.
Runners lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball through the hole. Base hit. Myers rounding third. He's going to get the green light. Here's the throw to the plate. It's cut off. Myers scores. Now in a rundown is Stowers. The Marlins do have the lead, but Stowers is tagged out. We'll take off the corner.
2-1 pitch. Sanchez with a line shot. That is through and a base hit. That's going to plate another run. Pinch hit RBI single for Jesus Sanchez. Welcome to the contest, and a happy Saturday to you, Jesus. 2-0 Fish in the top of the 8th.
Out, but the ball came free, so
it was
obviously safe.
0-1 pitch is a bouncing ball to the forehand of the shortstop Henderson. He's got it sliding. He pops up, and he does not have a throw to first. He's got a throw to home, and Stowers broke for the plate. He is in with a feet-first slide. Hill pushes to second on that. Kyle Stowers out of nowhere took an extra 90 feet to give the Fish a 3-0 lead.
He was able to score.
First pitch to Xavier Edwards. That one hit high in the air, out to right center field and deep. Laureano back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. He finally did it. The last qualified hitter without a homer. He's doing his bicep curls as he rounds third base. X, homer number 1 on the year. And the Fish have blown it open in the 9th. 6-0. All 4 runs coming with 2 men gone in the inning.
Yeah, after I hit that double, I thought maybe it'd get out, but not enough. And then I got to second. I was talking to Henderson on their side, and I was saying, maybe I'm just not meant to hit one, because I've come close now. It feels like 3-4 times in the last week or so. Got a good pitch to hit. Was ready for it on time and cut out in front. Good swing, and glad it went over.
Velocidad se reduce después del uso de 30 GB por línea. Los límites de datos y los ahorros reales varían.
10th inning show rolls on. It was a 7-4 win for Kansas City over the Fish. The Marlins went into the 9th inning trailing 7-0, but they scratched 4 across. A 2-run single from Xavier Edwards, a 2-run double from Augustin Ramirez, but ultimately they fall short with the tying run at the plate. Carlos Estevez got the save. It's an AL leading 26th. So 7-4, your final score. Let's hear from the skipper after this one. Here's Marlins manager Clayton McCullough.
Clayton, despite the team showed there at the end, getting the tying run to the plate when you
7-0 and 2 outs. What did that show you about this team as they continue to try to claw back late in games, no matter what the score is?
Continue to love that about our group. I think we've shown that all season long. Their resiliency, the toughness, and they just, we're going to keep playing till it's over, and to go into that ninth down 7 and force the opposition to have to bring their closer in is, as a testament to those guys not giving anything away and just continuing to try to scratch and claw till the end. So that part, very pleased with, and continue to be pleased with how our group goes about it. And today overall just wasn't our cleanest game. I think we gave away too many extra outs. We didn't take care of the baseball like we have been. And I think it led to some extra stress on Jansen. It led to some runs they were able to put on. So I think that part, great how we finished there to be able to come back. But I think we're looking at this game in totality, we gave some away.
You mentioned Jansen, obviously perfect through the first time through the order, second time through the order, starting hitting the ball a little harder. What did you notice from his performance?
Everyone, Jansen's going to fill it up. He's going to throw strikes. People are, they come out aggressive, and which is okay. Like, guys are going to swing early in the count. That's how has been and will continue to be able to be very efficient and go, deep into games. They got some hits early in some counts, and so a credit, to them. They swung the bats well, and again, I don't think, we didn't help back him up as well as we could have, and that wanting to give some away. So that part is unfortunate. And, Jansen, just bounce back and go right back on the attack in his next one.
Offense obviously struggled against Bubic today. It was 4 runs in the ninth, but really silent otherwise. What made him so particularly effective today as an all-star?
He's tough. Left-hand, the ability to drive the ball in on some righties and can use the cutter getting in there underneath guys' barrels, and then also the ability to take the ball to the other side of the plate. So good stuff that can use to both sides of the plate. Tough to really zero in on anything. He kept the ball off the barrel with a lot of soft contact. Having an all-star season for a reason, and he pitched a really nice game today.
What are your takeaway from the weekend?
Great atmosphere all 3 days here. It was a really fun environment. I think the most part we did a lot of really nice things. I think, again, probably the biggest takeaway was really, for the most part, the fight the guys showed, our ability to respond, even at times when they were able to come back late on us in the first couple of games, and for us to come right back and have some late inning rallies, and the Stowers walk-off and the auto hit yesterday late in the game. So our guys are just continuing to respond. I think for the most part, we look at 27, 28 odd innings we played in this. We played like pretty clean baseball and just didn't do as well a job of that today. So I think we'll take the positives. You come out of the break, win a series at home against a talented Kansas City team, and look to come back tomorrow and get off to a good start against San Diego and with Yuri on the mound and play maybe a more full game throughout.
You mentioned it, but you guys are down 7 runs in the ninth with 2 outs, and the crowd is still absolutely electric. Just what does that mean to you as a manager to see that support from your fans?
Our whole group, I think more people continue to come out and watch. It's an exciting group. These guys love to play. They love to compete. They're going to continue to fight the whole way through. And we have a number of players that are having really, really solid seasons, and a very positive outlook, not only in how things have been going now, but looking down the road. So it was great to get that support here this weekend and the energy we felt in the building, and hope that continues on the rest of the second half.
All right, that was the Marlins skipper, Clayton McCullough. After this one, it was a 7-4 loss for the Marlins at the hands of the Kansas City Royals. Steven is here. The backlighting is it's a little glary right now.
Tough on the back. Let me get the banner, though.
Yeah. So toss the banner in. While you do that, let's hear from the starting pitcher, Jansen Junk. Jansen struggled today. Again, the final line on him, 5 innings, 6 runs, 5 of which were earned. Let's hear from Jansen after the start.
Perfect through 3, and then they started to get you a little bit in the 4th and the 5th. What's your assessment of your performance today?
The 4th inning, they were taking early swings. I think it was 4 first pitch, base hits, or so they were attacking. I got to be better at realizing that. And I think it was just a lot of fastballs that just missed too much of the plate. And top of the lineups, good. And, during that fourth inning, that was pretty much the bulk of it that did the damage. And then fifth inning, same thing. I thought we made a better adjustment, but, sometimes, it's baseball, with the air, the bunt over. And then, from there, it's kind of just grinding through it, trying to get 3 outs. And, unfortunately, 3 runs score there. And, yeah.
For a start like this one, what do you take away from it that you can bring to your next start? You talk about seeing guys attacking early, maybe that second time through. Is that something now that you go back into the lab and sort of work on how to approach next time around?
Yeah, definitely. I need to look at the video just a little bit more in depth so I can analyze that. But yeah, the biggest thing is just, especially when guys get on, they know I'm going to be in the zone. And the biggest thing for me is just executing my pitches a little bit better. When I want to go in, miss in. When I want to go away, miss away, instead of the ones that just leak over a little bit and finds barrel. And I think that's the biggest takeaway of that. I thought my breaking stuff was good. But yeah, those fastballs, early count fastballs kind of killed me in those 2 innings.
Was that more about just like locating the fastball? Did you not feel like you had that one quite today in terms of your stuff? Or was that more, you weren't as pinpoint as you are on a standard start?
Yeah, I think that was the thing, just kind of just missing just a little bit, especially fastball up. That fifth inning, I thought I was a little bit better at that. I could use that to my advantage during the fourth inning instead of like leaving over the plate, for those few doubles that happened that went to right center. I think that's kind of the process that I'm thinking. And then, using when my breaking balls are good, using that to my advantage. And then, when they're aggressive, using that against them. So I think that's the game plan going into the week.
Picture, what's it like pitching right now where the team is playing well, making things interesting in the standings? Got 3 teams coming up before the deadline that are in front of you. What sort of...
Yeah, it'll be fun. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the sweep today, but, we took 2 out of 3. Very entertaining games. And even today, we came back at the end and, put up a fight. So, we have some good teams coming to town and, going to Milwaukee later in the week and, facing them. That'll be a fun experience for the guys. We've been swinging it well, pitching it well. So we just got to keep on going.
All right, that was Jansen Junk after his start again. Chance to bounce back. That'll come in Milwaukee against the Brewers, who are the hottest team in baseball. They're going for 10 in a row right now in L.A. We'll take one final break. When we come back, Steven's thoughts, and we say see ya. 10th Inning Show concludes next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Batter
4 with 3 RBIs today.
Why not end it here?
1-1. Kyle swinging away, out to right and deep. The All-Star leaves the yard. Welcome to the second half. Same Kyle. A walk-off 2-run home run. 8-7. The Marlins get the win in 10.
Makes a play and makes a perfect throw at home.
2-2. Now a bouncing ball over to third. That's plucked on a bare hand by Garcia. X will score. He fires to first base to get Lopez, but it was a productive swinging bunt. An RBI ground out for Otto Lopez, and the fish on the board after the Edwards triple. 1-0 Marlins, bottom of the first.
Play hard.
0-2. That one hammered out to left and deep. Lofton back. He's looking up, and it slams off the wall. 1 run in. Here comes a second. They hold Sanchez at third, and it's a 2-run double for Otto. Lopez obliterates a baseball. 108 off the bat, and the 2-run 2-bagger makes it 3-1 fish in the bottom of the 8th.
Are you starting to feel like there's a little magic to this team right now?
I mean, it's always been a magic in this team already. So I just feel like we wake up something inside us, like that it just make us play like more fun. Just I go out there and enjoy it more, and that's what we've been doing. Doing nothing different.
How did you see that 8th inning unfold?
Oh, we like very confident that the players been taking good at bats, and we like get out there like just do our job.
Ownership Park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
10th inning show wrapping up now. Marlins fall 7-4. They were trailing 7-0 going into the bottom of the 9th inning, but a 2-run single from Xavier Edwards, a 2-run double from Augustine Ramirez. They got the tying run to the plate, and they forced an all-star closer into the game for Kansas City, trailing 7-0 going into the bottom of the 9th. They ultimately fall 7-4. They can't sweep the Royals, but they do get the series win. Steven Strom, where you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, even with the way that this season has gone, particularly as of late, I mean, I think we're all thinking Liam Hicks is going to come through, maybe not with a home run, but to extend the inning. But all in all, here's my takeaways. First of all, I'm going to start from the top. I'm calling this game they're human. This is their human game, okay?
Sure.
Jansen Junk has been phenomenal, man, like in every role possible. Back-to-back quality starts he was coming off of. He's human. He had a tough outing in San Francisco prior to those 3 awesome starts. So I think the good news here is Jansen Junk struggled when the Marlins offense struggled. And follow me on this. If the Marlins played it, 6 runs or 5 runs in the first couple innings, then Jansen Junk had this performance, it hurts a lot more. This one's easy to get over. Like this one, you had a stinker. It's okay. You've done it before, but you've responded. That's my big thing. Junk has responded. Similar down my bullet points on their human game. Otto Lopez. Otto Lopez had an error in the 5th inning. I mean, what can you possibly say? You can't say a word.
I forgot that guy could do that.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot.
I was talking downstairs during Clayton's media availability, and I was talking to some of the journalists, and I was like, was anyone else when he did it? I was almost like, wait, was that Otto? Like you squinted. You were like, it's almost like the guy has played so perfect, you're dumbfounded when he does something like that.
Right.
So this is their human game. Jansen Junk's been phenomenal. Otto Lopez has been phenomenal. 2 of those, situations I rather happen when you're down, X amount of runs. If the Marlins had a great offensive outburst and these happen, it hurts more. It doesn't hurt as much. And I love the fight that they showed at the end. You heard from Clayton. I'm sure you guys hit on it as well. I don't want to be a broken record, but how can you not love the way that this team doesn't give up? I mean, 27 outs, they don't care. I thought, and this is the big question now tomorrow, can momentum offensively late in the game like the 9th carry over into the next? I'm not sure, but at least we're going to get an answer, tomorrow in whatever theory we come up with.
The one thing that I didn't share with Nelly that I want to hit on, that pitch from Yuri Perez, that 4-seam fastball has been, again, by run value, the best fastball in baseball since he came off the shelf.
Yeah.
Like by run value per 100 pitches, it's like a per 36 stat in the NBA, right? It's like, you look rebounds per 36, it's not going to be the rebound leader just based on minutes. If you look at per pitch, per 100 pitches, the run value on Yuri Perez's 4-seam fastball, it is the best fastball in baseball since he has come off the shelf. So for me, it's not even a streak because we just lost one. We won 4 in a row. This snapped
21-11 since June 13th. I'm good.
Yeah, like I'm just saying if this was a losing streak, like you can put a halt to that with a guy like Yuri Perez on the hill.
Yeah.
And that is where we're at, I think, with the starting rotation. Like Junk for me was that guy. I was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be 5. And, blip in the radar. It's okay. It's a blip in the radar. It's not going to happen every time. Junk has leveled up to that for me. Cabby has leveled up to that for me. And Yuri has sustained that even after missing 2 years because of a torn UCL. So it's really cool to know, you know what? 4-game winning streak might have been snapped today, but our head's going to hit the pillow tonight. We're going to get up tomorrow, and it's a Yuri Perez day.
Yeah, I'm super pumped to see Yuri, Jack, and the big difference with him the last couple of starts. First 4 starts, 10 walks. Last 3, 1 walk.
Yeah.
That's been the big key for Yuri. He's throwing strikes. And real quick, just back to Junk. The only thing that I'm looking for him to sort of try to balance out, he's a strike thrower. You don't want to throw too many strikes. How do you balance that, right? Because teams you saw today with Kansas City jumping on him early, Yuri's the same way. Obviously different stuff.
There's a different thing.
Different specs.
His heater's about 10 miles an hour harder.
100%. But all in all, man, Love the way that the Marlins came out of the break, taking 2 out of 3. I mentioned the last 8 series, 6 wins, 1 split, 1 loss.
Yep.
Love the way that they're playing right now, and hopefully they can carry it over. And I would say a revenge series against San Diego, because Marlins played them tough. I remember that was a Ronnie Simon 3-error game.
They did.
And that was a game where they played it a bunch of runs at the beginning. Marlins could have won that series. It's a revenge series. I'm labeling it.
Hey, Summers and
See you
swing.
tomorrow, man.
Summers and swing. 6:40 first pitch, 6 o'clock Marlins on deck with Steven. Huge thank you to Ahmed Jordan in studio. For Steven Fornelli, I'm Jack saying so long. 7-4 the final score. The Royals beat the Miami Marlins, but a chance to bounce back tomorrow. This has been a presentation of Miami Marlins baseball on the Marlins Radio Network.
Number 1 on your car radio